Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to the 10th session on personality development. We'll be starting in a few minutes. Good afternoon, friends. Hope all is well with you.
Yes,
Good
sir. Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
sir.
Very good afternoon. So, in the last class, we were discussing about positive attitude. A few tips that I have shared with you, and a few more I thought I should share with you. Let me open my presentation. Are you able to see my screen, friends? Fine. So we'll continue with a few tips on developing positive attitude. Hang around positive people. That is an important tip for all of you. Don't remain with negative people. Even if you are traveling and if you find people negative, don't talk to them. Always try to be positive and hang around positive people. Appreciate others as well as yourself. I think this was the last point that I discussed with you. And stop negative assumptions. Friends, it is said that out of 10 negative assumptions that we take, out of 10, 9 are not going to happen. 10 negative situations that we think of, 9 will never happen. So why to take negative assumptions? Because one negative thought, one negative assumption will lead to another negative thought, one more negative thought, a chain of negative thoughts, and perhaps you may be at the extremity of negativities. I'll give you one simple example which one student narrated to me. He appeared for 12th science physics exam. When he came back after the exam, he analyzed and he found that he could not attempt a question of 4 marks. In fact, he attended 96 marks question, but last 4 marks that he missed. So there was a negative thought that came to his mind, the first negative thought, that I missed 4 marks. If everybody has attempted everything, perhaps they all will get 100, 99, 98. And because I have attempted for 96, I may get 92, I may get 89, but not 100. Because I will not get 100 marks, it's not good marks. So I will not get good marks. So I will not get admission into medical college. If I will not get admission into medical college, my father, who has a dream to make me a doctor, he will be frustrated. If he will be frustrated, perhaps he will leave the job. You see, these are all negative assumptions. Majority of them, they are not going to happen. A boy, he started thinking, my father will leave the job and perhaps he will commit suicide. If my father will commit suicide, my mother is illiterate, she can't find a job, so perhaps my mother will also commit suicide. If they both will commit suicide, and if I am the only person who has not secured admission into medical, so perhaps I also will commit suicide. I mean, these kind of negative assumptions, negative thoughts, just you could not attempt 4 marks question. And this is what is happening with many of us. And that is why many psychiatrists, they said after COVID, after Corona, their patients have increased. We have lost patience. We have developed a lot of fear, and fears are of many types. I don't know, you know about different types of fears. Fear of parents, fear of peers and friends, fear of a wife, fear from a boss, fear of failure, fear of demon, fear of height, fear of death, fear of water, fear of fire, fear of accident, fear of some illness. So many different types of fear. Fear of competition, fear of failure, I said. So many types of fears in life we develop, and none of us can claim that I don't have any type of fear. Sometimes fear of God, fear of God Father, and because of fear, we start assuming negative things, negative emotions, negative thoughts, negative ideas, and ultimately we lose the interest from our life, and sometimes it may result into something which is which is you know ultimately your family will suffer, your parents will suffer, your wife will suffer, your children will suffer. So My request to all of you, stop negative assumptions. Out of 10, 9 are not going to happen. Give yourself permission to love and forgive. Love everyone. Forgive. भूल जाइए, उसने मेरे साथ ये किया था, मैं उसके घर गया था तो उसने मुझे चाय ऑफर नहीं किया था, एंड दैट्स व्हाट आई सेड इन द मॉर्निंग. राम और रावण के बीच में डिफरेंस है. इफ ही हैज नॉट ऑफर्ड यू अ कप ऑफ कॉफी बट यू ऑफर, you become Ram. See failures as an event. In fact, we have a full unit on facing failure, so at that time we will discuss. But in everyone's life, even I have faced many failures. So facing failure or seeing failure is an event, and you learn from your failure. That is very important. Importantly, convert your failures into opportunity. On your screen, you can see a picture. This gentleman has lost everything in a flood, but still believes that can stitch life again. I can do. I have not lost everything. Till I have faith in myself, I can make wonders. I can do wonders. Don't take it personally. Every time, every incident, whatever is happening, मेरे साथ ही होता है. मुझे ही बोलते हैं, मेरा ही लक खराब है, मैं अनलक्की हूं, मुझे ही डांटा जाता है, मुझे ही बोला जाता है, मुझे ही क्लास से निकाल दिया जाते हैं, मैं ही ऐसा हूं. Why do you take everything so personally? Because ultimately it hampers your life, your productivity, you as a human being, you as an engineer. So don't take everything personally. Keep smiling and do not complain. Unfortunately, we all have developed a habit or an attitude that we keep on complaining. Even in parties, on picnic, in bus, aircraft, railway station, whenever we meet, we talk more about negative things. We talk more about complaints. We talk more about what we are not having. But we never talk about what we have, what we have done, our achievements, what we can do. So, my request to all of you, don't complain, but say thank you for what you are having. Stop jealousy and egoism. Very important. Two wonderful pictures I have posted, I have kept on your screen. The first one is jealousy. And that happens with each one of us. Meanwhile, I have got a wonderful chat on my chat box from Soumya. I thought I should read. We should be grateful for everything we have, even the smallest of things. What we have may be something someone else dreams to have. Absolutely right, Soumya. There are many students who could not get their admission secured in Nirma University. For you, oh, I got it. That's it. No, friends. Even the smallest thing that you are having, you should say thank you. Stop jealousy. Enjoy what you are having and forget what you are not having. Of course, we should try, but it does not mean that we should do egoism and jealousy. There is something called eno, acidity दूर करे 6 सेकंड में, whereas ego काम बिगाड़े 6 सेकंड में. कुछ लोगों के ईगो इतने बड़े होते हैं कि लोग उनसे फिर दूर भागते हैं. Don't have ego, jealousy. Read and listen to motivational books and tapes. If you are not fond of reading, at least before you go for sleep, listen to some motivational video, motivational stories. On YouTube also, if you just type motivational videos in Hindi or English, you will get them. Some beautiful speeches by legendary people. life lessons from legendary people, and that will encourage you, that will motivate you, and that will help you to come out of frustration, anxiety. Count your blessings. Somebody has rightly said, write your troubles in the sand and carve your blessings on stone. Keep faith in God. Whatever is happening, that is happening for good. I think repeatedly I said what Harivansh Rai Bachchan has said, जो भी हो रहा है अच्छे के लिए हो रहा है. आपका सोचा हो तो अच्छा, आपका सोचा ना हो तो और अच्छा, क्योंकि आपका सोचा नहीं किसी और का सोचा हो रहा है, हो सकता है भगवान ने उसमें भी कुछ अच्छा ही सोची हो. Faith in God changes everything. So keep faith in God, and that will develop positive attitudes within you. I have a wonderful video to share with you. I hope you will like it. Shall I start? Do you see my screen? I see my ability.
Yes, sir.
Fine. I'll be playing it for all of you.
They see my disability, I see my ability. They call me disabled, I call myself differently abled. There are some incidents that happen in your life. Those incidents break you, deform you, but they mold you into the best version of you. And the same thing happened to me. I was 18 years old when I got married. My father wanted me to get married. And all I said was, if that makes you happy, I'll say yes. And of course, it was never a happy marriage. Just about after 2 years of getting married, I met a car accident. Somehow my husband fell asleep and the car fell in the ditch. He managed to jump out, saved himself. I'm happy for him. But I stayed inside the car and I sustained a lot of injuries. The list is a bit long, don't get scared. The wrist was fractured. Shoulder bone and collarbone were fractured. My whole rib cage got fractured. And because of the rib cage injury, lungs and liver were badly injured. I couldn't breathe. I lost urine and bowel control. That's why I have to wear the bag wherever I go. 3 vertebrae of my backbone were completely crushed. And I got paralyzed for the rest of my life. I finally ended up in a hospital where I stayed for 2.5 months. I underwent multiple surgeries. One day, doctor came to me and he said, well, I heard that you wanted to be an artist, but you ended up being a housewife. I have a bad news for you. You won't be able to paint again because your wrist and your arm are so deformed, you won't be able to hold a pen again. Next day, doctor came to me and said, your spine injury is so bad, you won't be able to walk again. Because of your spine injury and the fixation that you have in your back, you won't be able to give birth to a child again. That day, I was devastated. I asked my mother, why me? And that is where I started to question my existence. Why am I even alive? And that is where I realized that the words have the power to heal the soul. My mother said to me, this too shall pass. God has a greater plan for you. I don't know what it is, but He surely has. And in all that distress and grief, somehow or the other, those words were so magical that they kept me going. One day I asked my brothers, I know I have a deformed hand, but I'm tired of looking at these white walls in the hospital and wearing these white scrubs. I'm getting tired of this. I want to add more colors to my life. I want to do something. Bring me some colors. Bring me some small canvas. I want to paint. So the very first painting I made was on my deathbed, where I painted for the very first time. It was not just an art piece or just my passion. It was my therapy. And then I was discharged and I went back home. And I went back home and I realized that I have developed a lot of pressure ulcers on my back and on my hip bone. I was unable to sit. There were a lot of infections in my body, a lot of allergies. So doctors wanted me to lie down on the bed straight for not 6 months, for not 1 year, for 2 years. I was bedridden, confined in that one room looking outside the window, listening to the birds chirping, and thinking maybe there will be a time when we'll be going out with the family and enjoying the nature. That was the time where I realized how lucky people are. That is the time where I realized that the day I'm going to sit, I'm going to share this pain with everyone to make them realize how blessed they are, and they don't even consider them lucky. That day I decided that I'm going to fight my fears. We all have fears. Fear of unknown, fear of losing people, fear of losing health, money. We want to excel in career, we want to become famous, we want to get money. We are scared all the time. So I wrote down one by one all those fears, and I decided that I'm going to overcome these fears one at a time. Do you know what was my biggest fear? Divorce. I was trying to cling on to this person who didn't want me anymore, but I said no. I have to make it work. But the day I decided that this is nothing but my fear, I liberated myself by setting him free. And I made myself emotionally so strong that the day I got the news that he is getting married, I sent him a text that I'm so happy for you and I wish you all the best. And he knows that I pray for him today. Number 2 was, I won't be able to be a mother again. And that was quite devastating for me. But then I realized there are so many children in the world, all they want is acceptance. So there is no point of crying, just go and adopt one. And that's what I did. People think that they will not be accepted by the people because we, in the world of perfect people, are imperfects. So I decided that instead of starting an NGO for disability awareness, which I know will not help anyone, I started to appear more in public. I started to paint. I decided that I'm going to join the national TV of Pakistan as an anchor person. And I've been doing a lot of shows for the last 3 years. I became the National Goodwill Ambassador for UN Women Pakistan, and now I speak for the rights of women, children. We talk about inclusion, diversity, gender equality, which is a must. Every time I go in public, I always smile. It's always a big toothy smile on my face, and people ask me, don't you get tired of smiling all the time? What's the secret? I always say one thing, that I have stopped worrying about the things that I have lost, the people that I have lost. Things and people who were meant to be with me are with me. And sometimes, somebody's absence makes you a better person. Cherish their absence. It's always a blessing in disguise. Live your life fully. Accept yourself the way you are. Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself. I'll repeat, be kind to yourself, and only then you can be kind to others. Love yourself and spread that love. Life will be hard. There will be turmoil. There will be trials, but that will only make you stronger. So when you accept yourself the way you are, the world recognizes you. It all starts from within.
Yes, friends. So, at least I will expect a few comments from you this time. Who would like to start?
Sir, shall I start?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, one thing that I learned from this video is, we are what we make the situation out to be. Meaning, whatever the situation is, how we look at it and how we respond to it makes us who we are.
Absolutely. Very nice, Aditi. Well said. Well said. Anyone else? Come on, friends. This is time where you should speak out. This is the course where I want each one of you to speak out. Say something. Yes, go ahead.
So I learned 2 lessons. Make your disability into different ability, and second was the main, that do not fear any situation which is coming to life, but fight it once. Then result
Yes.
will be seen.
Very nice, Kavin. So happy with you. Anyone else?
May I speak?
Yeah, go ahead. Anyone can speak. Rohit, go ahead.
Sir, I think it's all about perception and positive outlook towards life. As we saw, she got devastating news time and time again, but she kept going. She kept faith, and with the words, "This too shall pass," she didn't cling to the past and unleashed the best version of herself. So I think if you get stuck at a certain crossroads, you should just keep your head down and get to work. And this was a very inspiring story.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Anyone else? Still, I want two more people to say something. Yeah, I'm giving you wonderful collection of my videos, and you people are not responding, not participating, not contributing. Shall I stop showing videos now onwards?
No, sir, can I?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
So basically, she was, sir, never put down. She overcame every hurdles, and then also I am surprised that she had many accidents and like that. I am still surprised at how she was mentally able to overcome for the 2 years of time. I don't think this is possible for any normal human
No,
being.
no, no, no. Everything is possible, Pratik. Everything is possible. If you
But then
decide you
also,
can,
sir,
you
2
can.
years is such a long time for anyone to break down.
Yes, yes, absolutely right. It was challenging. It was very difficult. I fully agree. But that's
It's
what we have to learn. We need to learn from this course. Yeah, anyone else? I see.
Yes,
Always
sir.
faith in God.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Abrar, if I'm not pronouncing wrong.
Like always have faith in God.
Yes, have faith in God. Very nice. Aditi, you want to add something?
Yes, sir. I wanted to say that one step at a time should be taken. Like in the video, she told us that she wrote down all his fears at a place, and at a time she overcame just one fear. So just taking one single step can also help you a lot in achieving your goals, or maybe overcoming a very emotionally, mentally disturbed system or so. That's all.
Yeah, in fact, I like a couple of phrases. One of them is this too shall pass. ये भी गुजर जाएगा, ये भी निकल जाएगा. I mean, whenever you are in trouble, whenever you are in difficulty, for a minute you tell yourself, this will pass, this too shall pass. ये समय भी निकल जाएगा. And you see the impact. Anyone else? Meanwhile, Harmit has
I'd
written
like,
once. Yeah. Avni, go ahead.
so I'd like to add something to what Aditi said. She said something like, just do one thing at a time. So, personally speaking about our generation, when we are doing so many things at a time, we want to achieve a lot of like awards and everything in one go in different domains. So, for us, we want to do a lot of things. So, just write down everything, do one thing at a time. So, that's what we should start from today itself, and plus we should trust the process.
Absolutely. The other phrase that I like the most, be kind to yourself. Harmit is writing, one's faith on oneself can make him grow and take him or her to a higher level. Absolutely right. Abdul Wahab is writing, it is not what world thinks about you that matters most, but it's what you thought about yourself. Absolutely right. Saurav is writing, accept who you are. Wonderful phrase. And always be happy. Prem is writing, life is always an imperfectly casted and it will be imperfect. Stop making your own life cease to be perfect because it is not to be. Be happy with the entropy of the life. I agree with you. Yash is writing, you never know which footstep will bring a good twist in life, so keep walking. Happiness comes when it most unexpected. I 100% agree with you. Darshan is writing, be kind with yourself in every situation. Chirag is writing, one thing is just come out from your fear because it just a fear which will stop you to dreaming. So Just come out of your fear and complete your dreams, whatever your fear is. Yes, today in the beginning of the class, I talked about fear. Then Aniket is writing, it's not a disability, it is differently abled. I agree with you. Soumya is writing, life will put you down. It's our job to get back up. There are no ups without downs. Fall only to rise higher. Be grateful for what you have. Face your fears. Get up and fight against what brings you down. And be the best you can be. Wonderful. So impressive, Soumya. I'm so happy. Darshan is writing, worse situations make you stronger. Absolutely right. Mohammed is writing, got one step at a time at your own pace. Yes, true. Jaimin is writing, never give up. Tapan is writing, forget about the past. Every day it's a new start. Wonderful. Very nice comments. Fine. So that was all about attitude. Now, before we enter into the next unit, that is on habit, I thought I should give you something very important for your summer internship and for your placement. You know, friends, in your 6th semester vacation, you all will have to undergo 6 weeks of summer training. And immediately after your 6th semester, you have your 7th semester, where you have placements, and ultimately in the 8th semester, you have major project. Whether it is summer internship, placement, or major project, the industries want biodata from all of you. So the first step to enter into industry or R&D organization or any corporate is your biodata. And designing biodata, developing biodata, building biodata is very, very important at this stage. I have developed a nice presentation on building your biodata. Friends, designing, drafting biodata may take 1 hour, half an hour, but building biodata may take a few years. So I hope you will like my next presentation. You are the 4th batch on personality development. For the first time, I'm introducing this additional presentation on building your biodata. बहुत शिद्दत से, बहुत मेहनत से I have designed a presentation on building your biodata. I hope you will like it. Shall we go for it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But only yes, one yes.
Yes, sir.
Ah, wonderful. Let me share. Again, you will see that the layout, the aesthetic, the color combination, they all are different. So the title of my next presentation is Building Your Biodata. There are 3 words: resume, CV, biodata. And we often confuse with these 3 words, whether I call this as my resume, CV, or biodata. Can anyone tell me the difference between CV, resume, and biodata? CV, resume, biodata. Are they synonyms? Are they same? Come on.
No, sir, they're not the same.
Then what's the difference? You should know. Okay, Nachiketa is writing CV is prepared by freshers. Okay. Anyone else? Resume is for some experience holder. Okay. Anyone else?
Sir, a resume is for a very specific job, whereas a CV is more like everything that you have done for any job you would like to apply.
Okay. Soumya is writing CV is mainly for educational purposes, while resume is for job purposes. Okay, I let you know. I'll not say this is correct or wrong. Anyone else? One more?
हेलो सर, रिज्यूमे सर, उसमें रिज्यूमे में सर जो स्किल्स की हो हमने, जो डेवलप मतलब जो काम किया वो डाल सकते हो। बायोडेटा में सर हम मतलब हमारे खुद का पर्सन का मतलब जो कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है ना, मतलब क्या है, हम कितने साल के, वो सब।
Wonderful. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. I'll tell you the differences between CV, resume, and biodata. Let me share. So on my next slide, you can see first what is resume. Resume is a French word meaning summary. Ideally, a summary of one's education, skills, employment, whenever you are applying for a new job. It does not list out details of a profile, but some specific skills, customized skills that are required for a targeted job profile. And usually, resume is of 1 to 2 pages. In the United States, they expect 1-page resume from the freshers, from the engineers. It is written in third person. Generally, resume is customized to a targeted job description. So if you are applying to 4 different jobs every time, perhaps you need to rework on your resume. So 4 jobs, 4 different resumes. What do you include in your resume? Your full name, contact details, experience in reverse chronological order. What does it mean? Can anybody tell me what is reverse?
From recent one.
Yes, starting from recent one. For example, me, Dhaval Pujara. So I'll say professor and head, professor, associate professor, assistant professor, lecturer, engineer. So from recent to past, that is called reverse chronological order. Your educational details, professional skills, and certification. What is not required, not essential for a resume? Date of birth, gender, parents' name, nationality, hobbies, and declaration. What is CV? CV is curriculum vitae, is a Latin word meaning course of life. Your CV is more detailed than a resume. Remember, resume can be of 1 or 2 pages, whereas CV can be of 2 to 3 pages or even longer. You list out all your skills, all the jobs that you have done, the positions that you have held, the degrees, the professional affiliations, if you are a member of some professional societies, everything in chronological order. CVs talk about your entire career even since you graduated. It also can be customized for a larger audience and not for a specific job. See, the resume was for a specific job. CV is a generic profile. Okay, it cannot be specific to one job. It is for a larger audience. What important information you should include? Name, contact details, short bio, education details, experience, professional skills, all certificates, your interest, your publications, references. What is not required? Date of birth, gender, parents' name, nationalities, hobbies, and declaration. Biodata. It is the short form for biographical data, and there is no limit on the pages. For example, my biodata, I think I have shown you 35 pages. It focuses on date and time of birth. You need to include your gender, your religion, race, nationality, resident, marital status. Generally, biodata is used for marriage purpose. It is customized for the purpose of marriage. Because it is customized for the purpose of marriages, education and experience details may not be mandatory. Salary details mandatory if using for matrimonial purposes. So I have clarified the differences between resume, CV and biodata. How important is your biodata or CV or resume? Your resume is you. Make sure it represents you well. It is said most of the companies, most of the industries where you are applying, they spend hardly a few seconds, but this is the first scrutiny level. My son, who is currently pursuing his PhD from Arizona State University, he's now applying to various industries for his summer internship. Right now it is February, so in US, May, June, July, a student can go for a summer internship and he can earn also. He can get some money also. So he said today morning when we had a talk, he said, Daddy, I have applied to 35 different companies. He is into electronics and communication, so he has applied to Nokia, Siemens, Google, Amazon, Facebook, Sony, Mitsubishi, all these big companies he has applied. I said, why are you applying to so many companies? You have a rich biodata. He said, Daddy, so many students are applying to multiple number of industries, and industries take hardly a few seconds in first level scrutiny. If you read this slide carefully, the last bullet with a black color, it is written just 8 seconds to sell yourself to a potential employer. Vivek Jasani, Mohammed, you people are living, joining, joining. What is this, yaar? Shall I lock the meeting? Time and again I said, please join with your laptop and desktop. Mobile data is not that steady. You may lose your connection, just your mobile moves here and there. So I was talking about generally the potential employers, the companies, the industries, they take hardly 8 to 10 seconds to review your biodata, and based on your biodata, they will call you for interview. If you read the second bullet point with a blue color font, your resume is likely the first glimpse of you that employers will get. Make it an impressive one. A great resume can open a door, but an inferior can just as quickly close the door. Why do we need resume or CV? There are known reasons. Sometimes to get a new job position, admissions to higher studies. Some of you may be applying for higher studies, awards and fellowship, grant proposal. For example, I being a professor, I write proposals to the government for funding. So that is called grant proposals. Journal publications, introductions for presentations, talks, tenure or advancement in university. In foreign universities, the professors, they get their job for a particular tenure, 3 years, 5 years. So if they want to renew their tenure, they have to apply a fresh biodata. Friends, your resume, your CV, it's all about you. CVs are an opportunity to show an employer why you are an ideal candidate for the job. A good CV stands out from the crowd, draw attention to your relevant skills, experience, achievements, and proposal. Basically, your resume will create your impression before the potential employers. Purpose of CV and resume is to get you an interview. इंटरव्यू में जाएंगे तो कुछ प्रूव करेंगे, but just to enter into the interview hall, you require a CV, a resume, a good CV, a good resume. Before writing CV, do some research. I will recommend all of you. This is high time that you should start searching for industry where you can get your internship. Summer internship I'm talking about. Even many IIT professors, NIT professors on their website, they put a call for engineers, freshers, interns. If you are interested in some research related work, look at IIT websites. Look at some R&D organizations like ISRO, IPR, PRL, BARC. They also look for interns. This is the right time. February is the right time to apply for summer internship. This is the right time where you should develop your CV, your resume. Before applying, do your homework, do your research. Company survey, the role to which you are applying. Resume layout, your resume can have 8 sections. Personal information, career objective, qualifications, work experience, skills, awards and achievements, voluntary work that you have done. For example, you have worked with Rotaract or ISTE or with some NGO, and then some references. Here the meaning of word references is different. Here references meaning if some gentleman, some expert is giving you a referral. Number 1, your personal information. How much to add? Of course, your name, your address, importantly, your email address, contact numbers, both mobile and landline, LinkedIn profile link. If you don't have LinkedIn profile, make it. Today only you should make it and send me invitation just to make sure that you have make it. If you have your personal website, you can do it freely. In Google, you can create your website or a blog, do it. You should be different from others. Your name should be written such that it should be stand out. Include your phone number, professional email ID in an attractive header. Don't add so many phone numbers and please put professional email ID. I have seen some of your WhatsApp status, some of your WebEx status. You have put some funny pictures. That doesn't look professional. Even some of you have your personal mail ID and you are writing to me, I have seen. Some funny email IDs that you have developed. Rocky and Jockey and Patani whatnot. So that shows, that creates a bad feeling, bad impression for you. On your screen, I have put 3 different samples how to put your name, email address, and contact information. Either you can put them straight, Julie Johnson, the address, and the email and the phone number. You can see all 4 information just in 3 lines. Same lady has put her address, phone number, and email in a different format. And the third one. So these are the different formats. If you wish, I can share some good resumes and CVs with all of you, and you please develop your CVs and resume like this. Then the second part of your resume is your career objective. What is your objective? What is your life goal? Your career objective tells the employer what you are really looking for in a position. Brief, but very specific statements, usually short one-line phrase, and take advantage of the information that is available in the job advertisement. So you have to tune it. For example, there is an advertisement for a summer intern in, let us say, concrete technology. Then you should devise your career objective as per the specific job. So it is called tailor made. As per the requirement, you change it. And that is why I said resume or CV, you should format it, you should redesign it as per the requirement of a job. I have prepared a few samples for all of you. Examples: seeking position as a chief design engineer for Kaiser Communication, applying for summer internship in the area of machine learning, to work with the design and development of new computer systems with a special interest in microprocessor applications. So here you can see that your career objective as a chief design engineer in communication area, and the fellow and the company and the employer is also requiring a person who has sound knowledge in communication. So what I want to tell you, I repeat, please tune your career objective with the requirement of a company. If they both are matching, your chances for interview will increase. Third, the educational qualification, it should be written in reverse chronological order. For example, if I want to write, I'll first write about my PhD, then Masters, then BTech, then 12th, then 10th. So starting from the present, should be written in a reverse chronological order. Most recent degree or current degree should be listed first, with percentage of marks and name of the organization or university. List graduation with honors or high GPA, year of passing, and if you have opted for some specific electives or minor, for example, in Nirma we have minors in different programs, or if you have done some additional certification programs, that also you need to mention in educational qualification. I have a few samples. Number one that I have taken from a student of IIT Jodhpur. I have got his biodata. So you see how he has written. BTech in Electrical Engineering in an Indian Institute of Technology, IIT Jodhpur, from July 2017 to present, and the CGPA or CPGA is 7.95 out of 10. Then he has done his CBSE class 12 from Samrat Public School, Ajmer, and then CBSE class 10th. The another sample on your screen, you can see that I have taken from a student, my own student from Nirma University. So you can see he has written BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering with CGPA of 7.69 out of 10 from 2016 to 2020, Nirma University. He has also done his minors in finance. So that also he has mentioned. You can see the second row, Nirma University, minor specialization finance, CGPA 8 out of 10, and then 12th, and then 10th. So this is how very meticulously, precisely, without changing. See, his CGPA is 7.69. I have seen many students 7.69 का वो 7.7 कर देते हैं. Don't do that. Don't make others fool. Be ethical, be honest. Because from the very beginning, you have to create that impression in front of your employers. Work experience, stick to what, where, when format. What does it mean? What, where, when format. What was your position? Where, which company, and when? 2016, 17, 18, up to which date? Use keywords, phrases that clearly and briefly articulate your experience, whether you are a design engineer, testing engineer, what. State your employer, position held, responsibilities, duration, and key achievements. Use bullets or paragraphs to detail job duties. Be sure to include internships and unpaid positions if they are relevant. Summer internship, unpaid internships that you have done, you must include in your work experience. I think this is 3 p.m. We still have 1 minute. So anyone, any idea? You should prepare your LinkedIn profile, maybe from your personal ID, it would be better, okay, because you may use Nirma ID also. So better you go and see some LinkedIn profiles, okay, which are already existing. ऐसा नहीं कि आज खुद पढ़ो, आज थोड़ा study करो, देखो, पूछो, मिलो, बात करो, and then start preparing. But I wish at the end of this course, every one of you should have your LinkedIn profile, your biodata, and your video biodata. Anyway, I think that was your first assignment, first tutorial. Speak out about yourself in 2 to 3 minutes. That was basically your video biodata. Yeah, anybody, before we close the session, did you enjoy?
Yes, sir. Sir, please share a perfect copy of one resume, CV, and one biodata, so that we can we are aware. We can aware about it.
Okay, fine.
Yes, sir.
And sir, if possible, this PPT, if you can share, sir, it will be a great help, sir.
Beta, all PPTs, material, I'm sharing on LMS. But you know, today morning from LMS, I'm not exaggerating. From LMS, I got email. Every week they send who has visited LMS. And LMS told me that in personality development, in last 10 days, not a single student has visited, not a single student. Don't you think this is serious? Your professor is putting a lot of efforts, but you people are not that sensitive. You say our class strength is 150, and today right now we are 110. In between, some 4 or 5 students left. Don't you think this is insult to a professor? You have a lot of expectations from others. हम बहुत कुछ चाहते हैं, but हम कुछ नहीं करना चाहते. That is also a fact. This course is self-realization also, I tell you. I will provide all information. I have designed it for you only. There is no monopoly. I put a lot of efforts for you only. But still, people are not taking it seriously. Anyway, friends, thank you so much. It was a tiring day for me. This was the 4th session that I took today, and now my throat also requires some rest. Thank you so much, friends. See you next week. Keep smiling, keep spreading positivity. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.